welcome back to the new videos. So in this video we're gonna make this auto rental website by using the WordPress and the Elementor. So let me show the demonstration of the project which we gonna make in this video from start. So you can see that we have this website here. So let me refresh this website from start, and after refreshing we let me explain what are the things which we're gonna make in this project. So here you can see that when I refresh, we have this type of animation coming here in our hero section like this, and these are the sequence animation like this. Here you can see that this text will come first, then this, and then at last we have this car. Okay, so let me refresh this again, and you can see that how sequence animation will work here. Okay, and I will show you how you can make this type of layout. And here you can see that we have the transparent image in this hero section also. Okay, and you can see that here we have the multi-section rows of the header. So in the first row we have this type of information, and also we have the social icons in the first row. Here we have the email, and these are the other information. In the second row we have the logo, and here we have this type of store information like email, number and all, address. And in the last row we have these menus, and also we have the contact us here, where we have this hover effect on this. And also you can see that when I hover on this links, we have this hover effect like this. And also if I click on this things, so if I click on this about, it will take me to the about part of the website, and if I click on the rent, it will take me to the rent part of the website, and similarly for other section like services. Okay, and then we have the review section here, and these are the reviews, and also we have the contacts. And when I click on the home, it will take me to the home page of the section. Okay, so let's move to the next section. Here you can see that we have the book and rent a car form. So if user wants some information about us, so he can fill out this form from here, name, email, phone number, and here he can also select brand which he want to choose. So here we have all of this option. Here we have the pickup date, drop off date, and here he can send the form by this. Okay, so we have this type of layout. Also here in this also we have the sequence animation. If you see, this will come like this. So let me show you that these are the sequence animation. Okay, so let's move to the next section. Here we have the why chooser section, where we can showcase why user want to choose us. So here we can show all the steps like first step, second step, third step, fourth and fifth. So I will show you how you can make this type of layout also by using the Elementor. And okay, so let's move to the next section. And here we also have the best selling brand section. So if user want to see which are the best selling brands in our website, he can go here. Here you can also make this slider and add some more boxes here also. So right now I only have these boxes, but you can increase the boxes quantity here, and also you can link this to a new page. Okay, and also you can see that here we have this type of layout. So when I hover on these images, we have this hover effect on this like this. And also here we have the rent now, view detail, this type of button, and all this information are there. Okay, and here we have best selling brands, and if I refresh it here, you can see that these are the sequence animation. Then this will come all in the sequence. Here we have the ratings and all. Okay, so let's move to the next section. Here we have one more CTA section, where we can share we are best car rental and auto servicing center, why to choose us, best affordable prices. So you can add this type of information in your website also. Okay, at last you can see that we have our staff section here. So what are the staffs and what are the people are working behind your website and store. So you can enter here like this. Also you can see that we have this type of hover effect on these images. So when I hover on these images, we have this type of effect. And here we have their name, here we have the phone number. So you can make this type of layout also for all your staffs in your store. So I will show you how you can also make this type of custom layout also using the Elementor. Okay, and now you can see that here we also have the animation. So let me show you this animation, that this car will come first, then all these boxes will go behind, and this car is looking like this, it is standing on these boxes. Okay, so it is giving us a cool effect. And also you can see that here we have the book now button. So you can fill out here a form and all these pages, link to these buttons. Okay, and I will show you how to make this also. And here we have the customer review section. This section also have the animations, and these reviews are right now in the grid. So you can also make this slider. Okay, by using the slider also you can make this grid also and increase the quantity here. Okay, so I will show you how you can make the custom layout also. And now at last you can see that we have a discount section here, where we can add a discount coupon here. If you make it in your website, you can link a discount coupon here. Okay, and here we have this image, and at last we have our cool footer. So the footer is very looking good. So here you can see that we have the logo at the top and some store information. We have we can also link our social icons, and here we have all the links like about us, useful links, services. Okay, so these are all the things. Here we can have our information, store information. Here we have the subscribe to newsletter form. Okay, so in at last we have the copyright section. Also you can see that here we have the scroll to the button. If I click on this button, it will take me to the top of the website like this. Okay, and if I click on this about, rent, and this will go to their respective section. Now let me show you that this website is totally responsive for all the screens. So here you can see that this is the mobile version of this website, and if I refresh it here, you can see that the animations will work here also. So you can see that the animations are working. Also we have this car here, and these are the menu. So if I click on any of this menu, it will take me to the respective section. You can also have this sticky at the top. If you want to stick this header at the top, you can also make that. Okay, and here you can see that all these sections are fully responsive. Here we have the form, we have this brand option. Okay, here we can choose the date by clicking on this also. If I click here, we can choose the date. Okay, these are all fully responsive. I choose is fully responsive, and also the animations are fully working here. Here you can see that the animations are working. These are our cars. Here we have this type of city section which is also fully responsive, and all the animations are working. Then we have our faithful stops, and these animations are also working here. Also you can see that here we have this type of layout which is also fully responsive. Then we have the customer reviews boxes which is also fully responsive. So I will show you how you can make this type of custom website using the Elementor. We are not using any pre-made layout, or we are not importing any other pre-made layout like other YouTubers. We are making everything from scratch, step by step. Okay, so in this way you will learn how you can make some custom website. If you have a Figma design and you want to convert that Figma design into an Elementor website, then this type of video will help. Not importing pre-made layout like other YouTubers. We don't do that in our channel. Okay, and here we have that thing. Here we have the footer. Okay, all these things are fully responsive. We can have this scroll to top button. Also if I go here and show you that this will adapt the screen size. So when I change this layout, you can see that it will adapt the screen size according to the screens. Okay, so this is the beauty of the Elementor, that you can build this type of website very fast. And if you want to start your business of a WordPress website and making website for the clients, this video will helpful for you. You are gonna learn so much things. Also I will give you all these images in the video description, so you can have those images and start building with me at same time, and you can follow along with me. So you will learn so many things like this. And also if you want to purchase this Elementor kit, you can purchase this kit from the video description. We are selling this kit at very affordable rates. Also we are working on our website soon. We are launching our website where you gonna find all the kits at one place. Okay, and right now also you will find all the kits in a video description at one place, so you can buy our all kits from there also. Okay, so here you can see that all these things are working. Okay, so let's start the video, and all the links are in the video description, do check. Okay, so let's start the video, and we're gonna build this whole website from start, step by step. Okay, so now let me show you what are the themes and the plugin which we gonna use in this project. So here you can see that if I go to the appendix, so let me show you the themes. So the theme which we are gonna using is the official Elementor theme. Hello Elementor theme. Okay, so let me show you the plugin which I am using. So the plugins are the Elementor, and it's a pro version. So we are gonna using only these two plugins. Okay, so after that let me show you. So here you can see that these two plugins which we're gonna use, and let me show you. Let's go to the settings, and we have to do some settings. So let's go to the reading option, and here you can see that we have I have make a home page, and I have set their static page. So you have to just make a home page here, and then after that go to the reading, and here you have to set that home page as a static page. Okay, so what is the useful of this? So whenever you open this website from here, so it will open that home page by default. Okay, so that's why we are setting that. Okay, so after that let me show you some more things. So after that what we are gonna do, we have to do some more settings, like let's go to the general settings, and here you can see that it's saying that my blog and this. So here we have to change our website name. So here you can put the website name like right fix, and here you can add a line to this. So let's add this line, rental place, and here we have to save the changes. Here you can fill out all of this information, and after that just save the changes. And after that, let's refresh our front end. And when you refresh the front end, so let me save this. So let's refresh the front end. So right now you can see that it's saying my blog. So after refreshing, you can see that the names will come which we have just added at the top. Okay, so that's why it is very mandatory to add. And let's go here, and let's go to the media library, and I will upload all of these images here, and I will also give you all these images in the video description, so you can follow along with me step by step. So let me upload all of these images from here. So let's find the images. So let me find that image. So here you can see that there are so many images. So I think, okay, so I have got the images. So let me upload all of these images and upload, and also I will give you all these images in the video description, so you can follow along with me. So let's wait for it to upload, and after that we're gonna start building our website. So till now, let me show you that, let me hide this manager here which is coming below. So we have some more space for viewing. Okay, so right now, after that you can see that we have some more space, and this is working. Okay, so the images are getting uploaded, and after that you can see that we have this. So let's go to the edit page, and here we have to open that with Elementor. So let's go to here, and let's click on this edit with Elementor. So it will open the Elementor page builder layout where we're gonna build our website. So let's wait for it to open. Sometime it takes time to load, so let's wait. And after that you can see that we have this. So here it's saying that you can choose this types of feature, but we're gonna close this also, and here we can also minimize this. Okay, so we are back. There was some issue, so you can see that we have this structure. Now let's also, you can see that all the images are uploaded here. So let's first we're gonna make this hero section, and at last we're gonna build the header and footer. So for making this layout, what we can do first what we can do, we have to just go here, and we have to add this two section layout. Okay, so here also we can rename this like this. Here we have the container, so let's rename this hero. Okay, and here we can, let's give it 1300 max width, and here we can go to the advanced, and here we can also remove all of the paddings and all. Also you can see that here we have the container. Then we can remove this padding also, and we can also remove this padding. Okay, now you can see that we have this thing here. So what we can do, let's go here, and from here we can make this 70%, and we can make this 30%. So when you make this 30%, you can see that we have this. So first before proceeding, we have to choose the global colors also. So how we're gonna choose the global colors? So one way is, I have this color picker tool, and I can just go here, and I can just check the global color. But this color picker tool don't work on this website, I don't know why. So let me go to the site settings, and let's open the site settings of my old website, and I'm gonna copy the global colors from there. And global colors, what we can do, we can just go to the site settings. Let's open the site settings here also, and here you have the global colors option where we can add the global colors. Okay, so here you can see that we have the global colors. So these are the global color: theme red, theme blue, and light beige. So let me go here, we're gonna first copy the theme red. Let me go to the here, and here we're gonna paste these global colors, and here we can write theme red. Okay, then after that we can add it here, theme blue, and we can copy this color from here. Okay, we can go here, and we can copy this, and then you can see that we have the light beige. So we can go to this, and we can go here, and again we can go here and light beige, and we can paste this here. Okay, let's save the changes. So after saving the changes, we can get back to this again, and now we don't want this, so let me leave this. Okay, so we are all set. So let me refresh this again, so it will load things again one more time. So for building this layout, what we can do, let me show you. Okay, so here you can see that we can cross it, close it. So much time it takes at first for to make it set up like this. Got it. Okay, that's it. And now let's do one more thing. Here you can see that we have the blue color. So let's me first go to this, go to styles, and here we can choose the theme blue, and also we can go to the background overlay, and here we can choose that image. Let's go to the media library. Here you can see that we have this this image like this. Also we can go here, position, choose the center and center, and in the default size we're gonna choose the cover. Also in the opacity we can increase and decrease the opacity like this. 0. This is good, or we can keep 0.08. okay, like this. And here we can go to the layout, and here we can set the 700 like this. Now if I go to this second container, here we can go to the styles, and here you can choose the theme red color. Okay, like this. If you preview this, you can see that here it is looking like that. Okay, let me make this more smaller. So let's go here, and here we're gonna do this 1200 max width, and let's go again, and here you can see that now it is looking almost similar. Okay, now you can see that we have this text and all. So for adding the text, what we can do, you have this box here, this is the first container. So just grab and drag and drop this. Here we can have this service, and after that you can just go here, and here you can just add this text editor below to this, and let me copy this, and we can go to the code, and here we can paste this here. So right now you can see that this is not in the center. So for making the text in the center, what we can do, we can just go to the hero, and here we can have the space between and center like this, and let's make this stretch. Okay, like this. Let's go to the first container, and here now we can make this in the center. Okay, like this. Now we can choose this, and here we can choose any random font, like here we can choose the enter and all. So but right now I'm gonna choose the robot fonts, and here we're gonna choose the 60, and here we're gonna choose the 50, and we can also make this white. Okay, then you can see if I go below, here we can also make this whitish color. Okay, we have accidentally clicked that. Now you can see that we have this button, so we can just drag and drop a button widget here, and this is saying learn more. So we can just go here, and here we can add it here, learn more. Okay, and here we can go to the styles, and here in this option we can choose this, and also you can just have this border radius of 100. Also we can put some padding like 20, or we can put 15, and here we can put 30, and for on the left also we can put the 30. Okay, like this. I think this is a little bit similar, 18, and here also we can make this 18 like this. Also you can see that here we have the shrink animation, so that is very simple. You can just go to the hover, and here you will find the shrink animations. Okay, so I think 18 is not looking good. Let's keep this 15 only, and this also we're gonna keep this 15. Okay, let me click this 15 like this. Okay, and here we have this text, and if I go to the width, and here if I go to the custom, here we can make this like this. Here we can also have this container, and here we can have this 40, and for this we can make this 60. Okay, that's it. Let's publish this. Right now you can see that we have this image. So currently for adding the image, you can add the image below this, means just you have to add this image in the first container. Then let's choose the image. This is the image. Now what we can do, we can just click on this, go to advanced, and here we have to make this position absolute. Let's make this position absolute, and let's make this position absolute, and here you can see that let's make this position absolute, and sorry for this, and then you can just drag and drop this anywhere like this we are dragging this. So this is not going to that, so we can just click on this, and here we can have this like this. So you can see that when I using this cursor, we can drag and drop this like this. So if I go and preview this, you can see that we have this layer here. Also you can see that here we have the rental and service in the second one. So for this you can also add a line break. So let's add the line break here like this. Okay, and we can also publish this. So let's publish this here, and you can also go here, and from here you can go to the view page. Okay, so then after that you can see that our first section is almost ready. So let's move to the next section where we're gonna build this form section. And so now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build this book and rent a car, where we have this inquiry form. So how we're gonna do this section? This section is a little bit tricky. So for that we're gonna add a new container here like this, and for this we can also rename this. So we can rename this here inquiry. We can also name our sections. We can also name these sections, and here we can write it here 1300 pixel, and here we can write okay, so here you can see that we have this. So first we have this, then after that let's do one thing. Let's first add here 80, and also we can edit here 80 pixel below, and let's add one more container inside this. Okay, and we can go to the advanced and remove all of this padding. Let's put some padding here. Let's give the padding of 60 pixel. Okay, let me copy this. Here we can choose the black color. Let's go to the container. And here we can have this 50. Book and rent a car. So let me copy this from here. Like this, and also we can have this 45, 40. Then you can see that we have this thing here. So for that we can choose the divider here, and let's drag and drop this divider below. Also you can see that we have this curve. Here we have the slashes. Also we can make this slashes a little bit smaller and make this in the center, and here the amount or the size, let's choose the size here. Size is, so let's give the size of 8, 5 or 8, 6. Then we can choose this red color here, and for the weight we can choose the 5 or we can choose the 3, and for the gap we can make this 0. So let's save this once. Okay, so now you can see that we have this. Now what we can do, we can go here and we can add a text editor below. Okay, so this text editor is not in this container, so let me move to this. So this is the structure, so you can move your section from this structure also by using this. So let me copy this. Okay, so we don't you can also replace this text, so let's replace this text like here, and also we can make this in the center. Also you can go to the advanced, and from here you can go to the custom, and here you can set the custom width according to like this. Okay, now we have to make this inquiry form. So for making this inquiry form, what we have to do, we have to go to this form, and here we can have this, and here we can have this 70. Then we can see that here we have the name, email, phone number. Name, email, we don't want the message, so let me add one more field. Here we can have this number, and here we can have this number. So now we have to add this field. So we have the name, email, phone number. We have added the phone number here. So in the placeholder we can also change this text here, place like this. Now we can see that we have the select brand option. So here what we can do, we can duplicate this, and if I go below, and here you can choose the select field. Here we have the select field, and here we can add the select brands, and here we can choose brands. Here we can enter the Mercedes, Maruti. Here we can add the Tata. Here we can add the Hyundai. Okay, so these are all the brands. So this is done. Now you can see that we have the pickup date and the end date. So we can just duplicate this. If you don't want to duplicate, you can click on this add item, and here you can choose the date field. Okay, so let me choose the date field, and here in the placeholder we can write pickup date. Okay, and here also we can write pickup date. Then we can duplicate this, and here we can write drop date. Okay, and we can also copy this, and in the placeholder we can write the drop date. Okay, then okay, so these are the things, and we don't want to show the labels here. Let's make this large, and because here, okay, so not large, we have to make this medium. Okay, now what we can do one more thing. We have to just go here, and here we can make this 25. Okay, so we have to make all of this to 25 at least. Let's make this 25. So we have to little bit play around and calculate that how much width is taking this, like this 25. And here also in the select brands we can make this 25. First make all of this to 25, then we can adjust at last. Pickup date to 25, and here also for the dropout date we can make this to 25 like this. And also for the button we can make this medium, and we can make this 25. Okay, so what we can do, we can go to the last three fields, and here we can make this to at least 30%. Okay, then we can go to this, and here also we can make this to 30%, and for the dropout date also we can make this 30%. Okay, like this. And also if I go to the container, and if I see, we can make this stretch, and we can make everything in the center. Okay, so we can choose the dropout date to 20%, or let's choose this 25%. So if I go here, and if I go to this, and here if I choose the full width, so it will take the full width. So what we have to do, we have to just let's go to the button, and here I've tried to choose the 20%. Okay, so now you have to just play with it like that. Here we can choose this, and we can make this to 20% like this, or we can make this to 25%. Okay, and if I go to the pickup date, here also we can make this to 33%. So in this way it will cover that field. Okay, 40%. Okay, like this. And we can go here, and we can also make everything in the center, I think. So here I think we don't have any options. So in this way you can make this type of layout. So I know this is not fully fully end to end, but you can just go to the pickup date like here, and here we can choose that to 30%. Okay, also we can add one more field. Let's add one more field. So like here we have the name, email, number, select brand, pickup date, and dropout date. Here we can add one more field like we can add here your city something. Let's choose the, here we can choose the text, and here we can add here country. Let's choose the country, and here we can also choose the country. Okay, so when you choose, you can see that we have covered all of this. Okay, so in this way you can just play with that. And here also if I go to the field options, here we have the border width, make it 0. Okay, and here in the background color we can just go here, and we can choose the light BG also, and here in the border radius we can have this 100. Okay, like this. And here if I go here, you can see that all of these things are here. We can go, and we can make this a little bit large like this. And also we can go to the styles, and here in the field option we have this one, and here we can make this to 15. Also in this form we can have this 20, and we can also have this 20. Okay, like this. Now let's go to the content, and here in the buttons, what we have to do, we have to make this to large also. Okay, like this. Now let's go to the styles, and here we have the button option. Now what we can do, we can just see, so here we have the purple color, so we can go here, and here we can choose the purple color. And also here we have the border radius to 100. Okay, and here in this one, if I go to the button, here we have the inquire now. Okay, and here if I go to the buttons, here in the typography we can have this to enter fonts, and we can make this to uppercase, and here we can have this to 14. Okay, right, this we have successfully built the form also. And now you can see that we have this image here. So for adding the image, what we can do, we can just go here and drag and drop an image, and let's choose the image from the media library. So the image is this. Let's select this like this. Okay, and now here we have the container, and here we can have this, Okay, let's do one thing. Let's go to the border, and here we can have the box shadow, and here we can have the 5, 7, and here we can have the 20 also, and here in the border radius we can add this 20. If I go here and see, you can see that we have this form here like in this way. Now we have to just shift it to the top. So for that, what we can do, we can just go to the first of all this, and we can remove this padding. Now we can go to this container, and here you can choose the EM value like this top, and you can just add negative values like this. First we have to add this white color also in this, so let me add this white color. Okay, like this. Now if I go and see, you can see that we have this layout here ready. Just we can have it here -4, -3, and from here you can see that we have this. So now let's go here, and now let's publish. Now let's click on this preview here, and here we can refresh this, and after refreshing, if I go below, you can see that we have the book and rent a car, and also we have this option. If you want, we can also put some. Okay, so let's make this, and here we can put some gap like 30 pixel, and also like this. So let's publish now. Okay, so this section is also ready. Move to the next section where we're gonna build this why choosers section. For making the why choosers section, what we can do, we can just go here, and we can add a new container here, and here we can write why choose, and here we can also choose the 1300 pixel, and here we can choose the 80 pixel only below. Okay, so now let me copy this, and again we can copy this divider from here. Okay, so this is the beauty of the Elementor, that you can copy and paste any section from anywhere. Okay, so this is not copied, I think. Okay, so let me go here. Here we can copy this, then we can go here, and we can paste it below. Okay, and we can also copy this. Okay, so this is the power of the Elementor, that you can copy and paste any section, and this will make your building the website very fast. Let's go to the layout, and here we can make this in the center. Okay, now you can see that we have to make this. So making this is a little bit tricky. So first of all, we have to make 2 sections here. So let's me add first container, this container, and let's me go to the advanced, remove all of these paddings. Okay, now we have to add 2 container. One container is for this row, meaning this first and this second. Let me show you how. We can go here, and here we can add 1 container, remove all of these paddings. So you can also name this, so we can name this here main, and here we can add first, and also we can duplicate this, and here we can have this page within center and second. Okay, so now you can see that here we have this. So for this layout, here we have 70%, and here we have the 30%. Okay, now you can see that what we have to do. So in the first one, so you can see that here we have the first and second. So in the first one, we have to make 2 container again. So first container is for this red, and second container will contain these 2. So now let's go here, and here we can add a container. Okay, so here we can add the 1 so it will tell us that it is inside the 1. and here we can write 1 2 means first cast second. So now you can see that here we have to make this. Now for making this, what we can do, so for making this is very not that hard. So here you can see that first let's choose the color. So let's go to the background type, and here you have to choose the color, theme red. Okay, now let me go below. Here you have the border, and here let's choose the border. Now let's add 20. Let's go to the advanced, and here we can add the 40. Let's see. Okay, 40 will work. Now we can add a heading 01, 01, and here we can add the okay, and now we can, and here we can have this text here. Now we can have this here text. Okay, now let me go here, and here we can have this light bg, and for this we're gonna make this white. Okay, and for the second one we can choose the light bg again. Okay, and here we can also have the custom width like this. Okay, and for this you can see that we have this. So let me have this 20, 25, 30, 28, and also we can choose here like choose this. Okay, so this is not okay, so we have to choose this blue one. Then we can choose this here, and here you have to choose the position absolute, and we can make this here value. Okay, then here you can see that we can go to the styles, and here we can choose the width of this. Also we can go to the advanced, and here we can also have this width option, and now we can have this custom width. We can select here. You can also drag and drop this from here like this. If I see, let's see that this is going out. This is going out because we have added this horizontal -80. So we can go here and choose the 0 value like this, and also here we have the 1-on-1 like this. Okay, let me publish this. After publishing, if I go here and refresh it here, you can see that we have this. See. Okay, so you can see that if I refresh it here, we have this. So in this way we can make this. Now you have to make this second one. So for making the second one, we have to go to the second container, and here you can see that we have this. Now let's add this here one container, remove all of this padding. Now what we can do, we can write it here 1 -2 1, and we can duplicate this here. We can duplicate this here, and here we can make this in the center like this. and we can go to this, and here we can choose the 60%, and here also we can choose the 40%. One to one, two, and here also, and here you can see that let's add the 40. Here we can have the 30 pixel. Also you can see that here we have the border. So for adding the border, first we have to go to this container. Here you have to go to the borders, and here you have to add the border radius. Then we can go to this solid, and here we can choose this one. Here we can have this light BG. Okay, so you can also make this 2. If I see that this is not very much visible, so making that visible, let's have this border. Okay, like this. Now we have to put that image. So we have already put that image, so let's go here, and here we have to choose that media. Okay, like this, and here we can copy this, here we can paste this. So here we can have this. Also here we can choose the color you want, so let's choose this color. Okay, like this. So here we can rename this. And here we can have to okay, and here we can make this full width. Here we can make this in the left align, and we can also choose the color. Here if you want, we can make this 15. Then below we have to add the button, so we can copy this button from this. So this is the power of the Elementor, that we can copy and paste any section from anywhere, like this. Okay, so this is also working, and we can rename this button here like that. Here is saying higher now, because it is saying the higher now. Okay, that's it. Now let's publish this once, and after publishing, let me refresh this here. Okay, like this. So you can see that we have built this, and here also in this image you can see that here is border, but here we don't add the border. So let's click on that image and go to styles, and here we can add the border radius of 20. Okay, let's publish now. Now you can see that we have this layout. So this layout is almost similar, so let me show you how you can quickly build this. So here you can see that we have this. Here you can see that we have 1/2. Do one thing, let's make this like this, so it will automatically cover the full. Now let's duplicate this, and let's remove the last one, and let's go to this, and here we can write 1 to 2, and now we can put this to 60%. Okay, now you can see that we have the image in the last, and number and all these things at the top. So just we have to choose this and move to the last, and like this, and we can make this to 3. Here we can remove this and this. So just we have, so let me change this color. Let me choose this color to theme blue, like this. And also we have to change the image. So for changing the image, let's choose this and let's find that image. So the image is this image, like this. Okay, so and here we can go to this. Here we can, if you want, we can remove the padding from the last, so it will be properly in the corner, or we can go to this, like this. Okay, but this is looking weird. I'll suggest to keep it in the center like this. So this is looking good. Also we can go to this, and here we can have the padding again, like this. Okay, let's publish. So here you can see that we don't have the border, we have this grayish color. So for that we can go to this, okay, and let's publish. Okay, so this is done now, and you can see that now we have to make this. So for making this, it is very easy. You have to just copy this this container. Let me copy this, and let's go here, and here we have to just paste like this. Now we can again duplicate this, but in the second you can see that we have like this. Let's go to the 132, and here we can remove the so it will cover the full width, like this. It will cover the full width. Also you can see that here we don't have the button, I think. Okay, so here we don't have the button, so let's remove the button. Also let's remove the button from here. Also if I go to this main, here we have the first and second. Okay, so let's click on this main. Here we can make this stretch, so it will be stretched, and here we can make this and go to the first. In the first we have the 2, so we can make this 2, center, space between, and center. So this will cover this like this. Okay, like this. But I'll suggest that let's give this in the center or in the start. So now here you can see that we have 4 at the top, so they are like this. So you have to just rename this. Okay, so let's give the sequence at least same, and here we have to just change the image. So let's change the image to this person speaking. Also in the last one we have the image at the top. Okay, we have the image at the top, and also we have to change the color of this. So let's change the color of this, and let's make this theme blue. And also we can keep everything in white, like here we have to make this white. Also we can go to the styles, and here also we can make these 2 white. Okay, like this. So let's publish. After publishing, let me go to the right fix here, and let's refresh it here. And after refreshing, if I go, and see, you can see that we have successfully built this also. Okay, and all these things are fully working. Okay, these things are fully working. Okay, so now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build the best-selling brands, and I will show you how you can build this type of grids. So let's move to the next section where we're gonna make this best-selling brand section. So right now you can see that we have built this much website, and if I go to our main website, you can see that we have this. So let's move to this section where we're gonna build this section. Okay, so for making this section, what we have to do, we have to add a main container here. So let's add the main container, and here we can write brands. Okay, and here what we can do, here we can write 1300 max width, and here we can add 80 pixel to the bottom. Okay, and here you can see that we have a background color, so here we also have to add the background color. So let's go to the styles, and here in the classic option we can add the theme blue. Okay, then after that what we can do, we can copy this, okay, so first of all, here you can see that we have this section here, and after that we have this button here. So what we can do, we can add this here, and here we can duplicate this one more time. Okay, so here what we are doing this, so this is, so you can see that we have two container here inside the main container. So the first container is for this two, and the second container is for these grids. Okay, so you can also name it here that for text, and this is for grid, so it will be easy to understand which section is which. Now you can see that we have two things here, so we have to add the two boxes here. So let's do that. Here in the first container we can add one container. Okay, and here we can name it 1, and let's go to advanced, and here we can remove all of these plugins and all. Then again we can duplicate this, and we can rename this too. So now we can go to the for text, which contains the two containers, and we can make this like space between. Okay, like this. So now what we have to do, let's do one thing more. Let's add 80 pixel padding again at the top, so like this. And now we have to copy this text, so we can copy this text from here. Okay, like this, and here we can copy this. Okay, and here we can have this. So you can click on this, and you can go to styles, and you can make this left line. Also let's make it white. Okay, let's make this white, and now again we have to, okay, now we have to have we want to add this copy, and we can paste it here. Okay, and here we can also make this white. Okay, then again you can see that we have here this thing, so we can copy this, and we can paste it here. Then again we can have this full width. Okay, and here we can make this. Then here you can see that we have the light beige color. Okay, in this way, and here we have to add this button. So for the button we can copy this button from here. Okay, so this is the power of the Elementor, that you can copy and paste any section from anywhere. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to make this in the center like this, and here we have to enter view more car. Okay, and here we can have to enter view more car. Okay, so let's publish this once, and after publishing we have to view this. So let me go here and let's view this. And here if I go, you can see that we have this container ready. Now we have to make this grid. You can also make this slider. for making the slider, you have to choose the widget carousel, and for making the widget and for making the grid, you have to choose the elementary grids. Okay, the simple grid, not the loop grid. So here we have to choose 3 by 1. So here let's make this 3 by 1 and go to advanced, and here you have to remove all of these paddings. Okay, now we have to add a container here. Okay, then we have to go to the styles, and here we can make this white, and here we can have this 40. Okay, so here we can have this 30. Here we have to make these styles. Okay, now you can see that we have to add this text. So how to add this text? We can have this text here, and it will say this. So we can have this, and now what we can do, we can just if I go here, you can see that we have this value with slash. Okay, and so for that, giving custom styling to this, we can add the span tag here. We can add the span tag here, and here if I go here, we can give color gray. Okay, and the font size would be 15 pixels. So 15 pixel is a little bit more smaller, so let's keep this 20 pixels. Okay, and again we have to go here, and here we can make this red, and after that what we have to add this reviews. So for adding the reviews, you can see that we have to add a container here. So let's add the container. Okay, and here we can remove all of the paddings. Now we have to add a heading here, and this heading would say 52 reviews. So let's add this 52 reviews. Okay, let's make this white color, let's make this black color, and here you can see that we have the typography. So let's increase the font size a little bit. Okay, now we have to add the star rating. So for adding the star rating, we're gonna use the widget here. So let me drag and drop this. Okay, and here we can go to this container. Okay, and here we can also click on this container layout, and here we can make this in the center. Okay, now again we have to add the heading here. Okay, now we have to add the heading here. So I have copied the heading from there, so we can click on this and we can paste it here. Now you can see that we have one container below the heading, so we can drag and drop this at the last. Okay, so now we can rename this Jaguar XJL 216. You can name your model of the car, and here we can make this black again. Okay, like this, and inside this we have to add the image. So here we have to add the image of the Jaguar vehicle. So here you can see that we have the red image. So I will give you all these images in the video description, so you can follow along with me step by step, so that will be easy to understand. Okay, so let's go to the advanced, and here we have to remove some paddings from the right and left. So let's keep the 10 padding from the let's keep the 30 padding from the left and right, means all, and you can click on this. So now you can add a single padding to like this. Okay, also you can see that when I hover on this car, we have this zoom effect. So for adding this, we can click on the car image, we can go to the style and hover. Here you will see we have so much animation, so we can click on this grow animation, so it will grow when you hover on this. So now you can see that we have to make this. So for making this, we have to add a container here. Okay, so right now we have done a mistake. We have to add this all in a separate container, and also we have to add this all in a separate container. So let's do that. Here we can add a one container here, and we can add this, Now we have to just drag and drop all of these things inside this boxes, means the container. Okay, you can also use the structure from here. Okay, so you can also use the structure. So like this you can have this. Also you can see that we have this inside. Okay, so we can drag and drop this inside this headings container like this. Also, so we have this main container, so we can rename it to understand better. So this is the main container and this is the top container, and inside the top container we have to drag and drop all of the things. So this is the container, so we can drag and drop this inside. Okay, like this, and you can just drag and drop this in the center of this two heading like this. Okay, and if I check now, you can see that we have only image outside this, so we can also drag and drop this image inside this box. Okay, so now you can see that we have the two boxes. So this is the top container, so we can go to the layout and again we can do the flex box, everything in the center like this. Okay, now this is done. So if I go to the main box, here we have to remove all of these paddings. So let's make everything 0 like this. Okay, so now let's go to the top option, top container. Here we have to now add the padding, so let's keep the 30, and from the left and right we can add the padding of 10, and from the left also we can add the padding of 10, and also when you hover it, it will zoom. So let's go to our final layout. Here you can see that in the top we have to add 40 pixel, so let's add 50 pixel and 50 pixel to the bottom also like this. Okay, now again we have to add a new container here, and this container would have the bottom. Okay, and here we can remove all of these paddings first. Now you can see that we have a little bit grayish color here, so for the grayish color we can choose the light BG. Okay, and here you can see that we have the line. So let's do one thing, let's go to the advanced. Here we can keep the 10. Okay, and here we can have the list, and here we can have this, and this would say seat 4. So you can also make these values dynamic, but right now we are making this static. You can go to the dynamic tags when you have some ACF fails or something, so you can have this value dynamic also. Okay, so that's the separate topic. And here we have to just choose the logo. So let's find the logo. So I am choosing the random logos here, so when you make, you have to choose your logos. Okay, then here we have the AC heater option, so we can go to this, and let's go to the second option. Here we have the AC heater, and here also we can choose any cold option. Okay, let's choose this. And also here we have the 6L 6 liter and 19 kilometer. Okay, and here we can have the car. Let's add the car vehicle like this. Now we can click on this bottom. Also we can make this in the center. Okay, like this. Now we can click on this icon list, and here we have to add some space between. Let's keep the space between of 20 or 40, and we can also add a divider here like this. Okay, now we have to make this totally grayish color, because in our design we have this. So let's choose the secondary color, and for the text also we're gonna choose the secondary color which is already chosen. So now we have to add a divider between this. So for adding the divider, we can just search it for the divider. Okay, you can drag and drop the divider inside this, and here we can have the gap 0. Okay, and here you can just have the divider also in the center like this. Okay, and if I go here, if we can have this light beige color, so this will not visible because we already have the same color. So let's make it little bit darker. Now if I go, you can see that we are having this. Let's make a little bit more lighter like this. Okay, now we have to add the button. So for adding the button, there are two, so we have to again add a container here. So let's do one thing. We're gonna add the container in different approach. So here in the bottom you have the divider, and inside this we can add a new container. Okay, so let's go here, and inside this we can add a new container. We can keep this container in the large, go to advanced and remove all of these paddings. Now we can copy this button from here. Let's copy this button and paste it. Now we have to duplicate this, and here if you want you can rename this like a BTN box. Okay, BTN box. And here also we can go to the layout, and here we can have this page within and center. You can also make this in the center like this. So first box says rent now, and others is saying the view details. So let's rename this rent now. View details. So for the view details, what we have to do, we have to make this theme blue like this. Okay, now you can see that we have this top. We have this top, and here we can make this like this. Okay, like this. So now let's publish this once, and we have built our this thing also. Now what we have to do, we have to just duplicate this. So this is our main. Now we have to duplicate this, and you have to duplicate this again. Now we can click on this grid, go to the layout, and here we have to enter 30 pixel like this. Okay, and also you can see that if I go here, you can see that we have so much padding here also. So let's go here. You can also keep some padding here, like we can have that to 20 pixel, 10 pixel. Okay, in this way. In the similar way, we have to just keep the padding 10. Okay, let's again go to this advanced here, and here we can add 10 pixel. Okay, like this. Let's publish, and you can also see that we have this border radius also. So for the border radius, what we can do, we can just go to the border, and here we can add the border radius. Like from the bottom we can add 20, and from the right we can add 20. Okay, bottom and right. So for the right we can remove this, and from the left we can have this. So bottom and left, so we can click on this, styles, and here also we can have this, we can paste styles. Okay, now you can see that we have this images. So you have to just replace this image by, like, we can click on this, and here we have to just choose that image, and again you can see that we have this image. So you can just click on this, and after clicking you can go here and select. Okay, so we have successfully built this best-selling brand section also. And if I go here and show you our main website, and after that you can see that we have our best-selling brand. Also when I hover on this image, we have this hover effect. Also these buttons are working. Okay, so in this way we can build this type of custom designs. Okay, so now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build the other sections. So let's move to the next section where we're gonna build this layout. Before that, let me plug my charger because my device is getting okay. So wait. Okay, so we are ready to build. Okay, so now for building this, what we have to do, we have to again you can see that we have two sections here, two main containers. Okay, so for that we can just go here, and here we can choose the layout, and here we can add the, here we can name this section like y2. So these namings are just for reference, so you can remember this, that which section is which by using the names. Okay, and again we have to go here in the layout. We can have this 1300, and here in the advanced we can remove this, all of these paddings and all. Now we can go below. Here we can also remove the padding, and here in the second also we can remove the padding. Okay, so now in the first one we can add an image. Okay, we can add the image here, and here in the second one what we can do, we can just go to the top. Here, and here we can write we are the servicing center. Okay, like this, and here we can make this layer like this. Now we can add the divider here, so you can copy and paste any section from anywhere. Now we can click on this and paste. Okay, now again we have to copy this para here, and here we can have this paste. Okay, now again what we can do, we can add a container here, and inside the container, you can see that we have these two boxes. So let's add one container here inside this. And after that we can choose your icon box, and we can just drag and drop this icon box here. So here you can see that we have this type of layout, so we can choose the left direction here. Okay, so almost we are in the similar layout. So let me change the content of this, like here we can add this, and here also we can go to the description. And now you can see that here we have an ATM icon, so we can choose this here, and here we can set for money. Okay, and here we can have the tagged, and here we can have the red option. Okay, and here we can have this to 40. Okay, and here we can go to the content, and here we can make this black. Okay, and here we can have this 25, 22. Okay, then after that we can go to this option, and here in the content spacing we can have this, so let's make this 10 like this. Okay, and if I go to this container, we can add some padding here, like the padding of 30 or 20, and we can go to the styles, and here in the border we can have this box shadow property. So here we can write 5, 7, and for this we can have this 20. Also we have to add some border radius, so let's keep the border radius of 20 pixel. Now what we have to do, we have to just duplicate this. Okay, and here we can have some, paddings and directions, and let's keep this 30. Okay, and here we can have this qualified staff and technician. And for the second icon, we can choose any random icon. You can choose it from there. And here we have to just go to the icon, and here we can remove this. So you can see that when I hover on here, so the things are changing. Like here the black color is changing to some bluish color. So for fixing this, we can go to the content, and here you can see that we have the hover property. So we can make this little bit less dark like this. And now when you hover, the color is not changing. So for this we can go to this, and let's copy this color code. Let's go to the second one, go to styles, go to content, and here in the hover property we can change this color to this. Okay, like this. So now let's publish, and if I refresh this here, you can see that we have this section also ready. Okay, so we have successfully built this section also. So let's move to the very this section where we are adding this staff section. So I will show you how you can add this type of layout in your Elementor website. So let's go. So let's move to the next section where we're gonna build the staff section. So for making the staff section, what we can do, we have to just go here, and here we have to again add a container here. So let's add the new container, and here we can rename this staff. Okay, so now what we can do, we can just go here, and here we can add 1300 max width. Go to the advanced, and here we have to add 80 pixel to the bottom. Okay, now we have to add these headings and all exact same. So let's copy this again, and we can paste it here. Okay, so let me copy all of these things once. So here you have to put the actual your actual content. Right now I am putting the dummy content for just explaining, and here again we can paste this below. So now we can click on this star, and again go to the layout, and here we can make this in everything in the center. So this is not in the center, so if it don't come in the center, you can just go here and just go to each one, and here make the center. Here we have to go to the custom value, and here we can set the 70%. So now you can see that we have to make this structure. So for making this, what we have to do, we have to again add a container. So you can add a container here, or you can directly add a grid, but I'll suggest to add a container. Then after that, inside this container we can add a grid. So now add the grid here. So this grid have 4 by 1. So for that we can go here and click on this 4, and we can make this 1. Okay, and we can go to the advanced and remove all of these paddings, and here we can go to this. Okay, and here we can make this like this. So you can see that here we have this. So first we have to add an image. Okay, so let's add this image. So this image is this. Then again inside this image you can add a container. Okay, we can add the container here. We can add the container here, and inside this now we can click on this, and let's make this color theme blue, and inside this advanced we can make this 20 pixel like this. So it's saying the William Scott, so let me copy this again, or if you don't want to copy, let me drag and drop this here, and from here we can copy this copy the name of the, and here we can have this, and we can go to the styles, and here we can make everything white. Okay, then go to the typography, and here we can make this 15. So let's play with the font size. So I think 22 pixel will look good. So after that we can keep the 21 pixel also, and now again we have to duplicate this. Let's duplicate this again, and here we have to name this like rental agent, and for this we have to make the font weight 400, or we can make the font weight 300, and here we have to make this 15 pixel. and now we can have this, and here we can make this 15. Okay, and here we can make this and here we can make this 400 like this, and let's make this 16. Okay, now you can see that if I click on this container and if I go to the styles border, we can make this 20. Okay, like this. And also if I go to this container, we can make this 0. Also you can see that in the image also we have this border radius, so we can click on this image, go to styles, and in the border radius we can add this 20 again. Okay, now what we have to do, now we have to add icon list here. So let's go to this, and here we have to search for list. We can drag and drop this also. Okay, and here we can add the mobile number. We can add the mobile number, and here we can choose the phone. Okay, and here we can click on these styles. You can make this theme red. Okay, and after that we can click on this. Also we can add a divider here. And here, from here we can increase its size and decrease, and here for let's make this 0. Okay, you can also keep that 10 and 20. Let me make this 15. Okay, like this. And if I go to the content, here we can make this 70 pixel. Also we can click on this. Let's add the 10. Okay, and now you can see that we have to just click on this container, go to advanced, and here we can choose the EM value. Click on this, and here we can add this little bit like this, and from the right we can add some negative value also to make this like this. Now if I go to the preview, you can see that we have this value like here. Okay, so this is looking almost similar, I think. Just you have to increase this little bit like this. Here we can increase this one, and we can increase this little bit font size like this. Okay, like this, and let's increase the font size of this also. Let's make this 18. Okay, so now this is looking good. Now what we have to do, we have to just duplicate this. So we can click on this container, duplicate. Now we can again click on this container, duplicate, and now we can duplicate this again. Then we can click on this grid layout, and here we can make this to 40 pixels like this. Now let's publish. Okay, and just you have to replace all of this content. Like here we have this image. So how to replace this? You can click on this image, click on this, and from here you have to just replace this images like this. And similarly for the others, you have to just replace all of these images. Okay, so we have done with our staff section also. So if I go here and see you and show you that if I refresh it here, if I go below, you can see that we have our staff section also ready. So one thing is left, that when we hover, we have this type of hover effect. Right now we don't have this, so we can click on this, go to styles and hover, and here you can see we have so many effects. So you can have this pulse grow like this. Okay, and in the CSS filter also we can have this saturation little bit like this. You can also make this black if you want, like this, so it will looks more good. So now let's click on this. So you can copy and paste the styles also, like styles, so it will work for all at once. Now let's publish. Okay, so this is the power of the Elementor, that you can copy and paste the styles also. You can copy and duplicate the sections also, and you can also copy and paste different websites, different sections in this. So you can see that we have this hover effect also, and all of this is looking good. So we have built this much website. Now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build the rest section. Let's move to the final part. So we have only 2-3 sections to make. So here we have to, let's make these sections. So how to make this type of layout? So for making this layout, what we can do, we can just add one container. So let's add container, and here we can name this section CTA. Okay, so always name your section so it will be easy to understand which section is which. And here we can go to advanced, and here we can also add some padding to the bottom like this. So here you can see that in the first so here we have to add, I think here we have to add an image first. So let's add the image, and let's choose the image. So the image would be this. Let's choose this like this. Okay, then you have to make these 2 containers. So for that we can add one more container below that. Go to advanced and remove all of these paddings. Now we can add the 2 containers. Okay, and here we can duplicate this. Now we can click on this layout, and here we can add this space between and center. Okay, and now you can see that we have this container now. Now first let's go, and here we can make this theme blue. Okay, and here we have to go, and we can copy this, and here we can have this too. Okay, like this, and we can also make this to 25 pixel. And now we have to add, let's go here, and here we can add a text editor below that. Let's make this in the center also, and we can make this light BG. Okay, now we have to add a book now button. So let me copy this button from here, and we can add a here, and let's rename this book now like this. Okay, now you can see that we have this image in the background, but here we don't have the image. First let's go this. Here we can add the border radius of 20 pixel. Okay, and here we can have the background property. So let's choose this image. Here you can also have this position, center and center, and the display size would be cover. Okay, and here you can see that we have to put some more padding to the top. So let's put 100, and bottom also 100. Okay, so now what we can do, we can just remove the second one, and we can duplicate this, and just we have to replace the color of the second one like this. Okay, that's it. And also we can go here, and here we can rename this contact us, and go to styles, and here we can also make this theme blue like this. Okay, and now you can see that with the this image is at the top of this. So for doing that, we can click on this here, and here we can have this EM value, this, and here we can add this like this. Now let's click on this car, and we can increase the z index value to 100. So this car will be on the top of this like this, and we can also add some negative value. So let's publish. Okay, so you can see that how quickly we have built this section also. And let's preview this once. Let's save this and let's go here and let's preview this. So you can see that this type of layout is also ready. Now let's move to the next section where we have to build this review section. Okay, so for making the review section, what we can do, let me copy this here. So you can also copy this because the top layout is same. And after copying this, let's wait for this, and here let's remove the name of this, and here we can say reviews. So now let's move to this where we're gonna make this customer review section. So you can see that we have this reviews here, and here we have to just remove this last one below. Okay, so now we have to just rename this all. So customer reviews, and here what we can do, here we can go and here we can search for grid. Here we can drag and drop this grid, and here we can and here we can go and here we can search for image box. Here we can search for the image box, and here we can have this William Scott. And here we have the customer. Okay, and here we can go. Here we can do this, and here we can have this tiles, and here in this image let's make this 50, and for the border radius we have to make this 100 like this, and here we can have this 40. Also we can make this black, and this is 25, 20, 22. Okay, and for the customer, let's go to this. Here we can make this to 0, and we can add some 10 or 15 value. Okay, like this. Okay, and here inside this we can add some this, so we can paste this. Okay, so let me copy this much text, and you can just paste it here. Okay, like this, and here also we can make this to 15. Now we can go to this container, box shadow, and here we can have 5, 7 and 20, and border radius will be 20. Okay, now we can have now we can duplicate this. Now we can duplicate this again, and if I go to the layout, we can have this here 30, and here we can have this to 40. Okay, now you have to just here you can also see that we have this hover text, so you can just remove this by changing this from here like this. Okay, now you have to just replace all of this content and let's publish. So our review section is also ready. Now let's build this. So building this is very easy. Now let me refresh this once, and this is our review section also ready. Now let's me build this. So for making this, what we can do, we can just add a new container here, add this, and here also we can rename this, make this offer, and here we can write 1300, and here we can write 80, and this would be 80. Okay, let's do one thing. Let me remove this. Let's remove this also. Now inside the offer, we can remove this, and here also we can remove the paddings first. Now you can see that here we have a BG color. So for adding the BG color, we can click on this offer, go to styles, and here we can have this to light BG. Light BG, and here we can have this image. So let's choose the image, the discounted image like this. Okay, I think let me find that original image, or we can copy this from here also. Let me go here, and here we can save this image. Now let me go to the upload files. Here select, here we can choose this. Now let's select. Okay, so we have this image here, and also we can play with this image here, this much. Okay, and now you can see that we have this discount text and all. So for adding this, this is very easy. You have to just copy this and paste it here. Copy this, and you can paste it here also. And one more text we have to add this. And here we can make the width to full width. You can make this. Now let's make everything in the center. And here we can go, and here we can choose this. And now we have to add a button here. So let's copy this button, and this button saying get a coupon. Get a coupon like this. Now let's publish. Here we can add 40, and in below also we can add 40. Okay, so we have successfully built this section also. Now let's move to the final part where we're gonna build the header and footer, and also our whole website is fully done, I think. So we have added the discount offer also, this one. Now we have to build the header, this one footer, and the top one header. At last I will show you how you can add the animations and mobile responsiveness in your website. So you can see that how much website we have completed. So only our header and footer is left. So for building the header and footer, what we can do, so let's first we gonna build the footer. So let's go to the footer. Here you can see that we have this type of design. So for making this footer, what we can do, we have to just go to the dashboard, and from here we have to go to the templates and open the theme builder here. Okay, open the theme builder here. Then we have to go to the footer, And after going to the footer, you can see that we have this type of design. So for making this, so first we have to add a main container, and inside this we have to add 3 containers with this. Okay, so we have this. So let's add a first main container. So this is the main container, and here we can add main, or we can say footer. Okay, always use the structure for naming your sections. And here what we have to do, here we have to make this 1300 pixel. Okay, so now you can see that we have this. So first we have to add this colors now. So let's go to the styles, and here we can add this, and let's add the background. So we have to choose this background. Okay, then here we can have the position, center, and display size would be cover. Okay, now we have to add okay, so this is not the way. So we have to go to the background overlay, and here we have to choose that image. So like this, and here we can make this position, center, and this would be display side would be cover. Okay, and if I go to the background, here we have to choose that blue color, theme blue, like this. And here we have to go to the let's go to the background overlay, and here we have to play with opacity. So let's increase and decrease the opacity like this. Okay, this is visible now, and here you can see that we have this. So let's do one thing, let's add some padding at the top, 80 pixel to the top, 80 pixel to the bottom. Okay, so now let's add our first container, so which will contain our these 3 logo and these social icons and this para. So here we can name this first. Okay, here we can name this first, and after that we can add an image here, and after adding the image, here we have to choose the logo. So we have this logo. I will give you all these images in the video description, so you can follow along with me step by step. Also you can have this kit from the video description at very affordable rates. If you want to buy this kit, you can also buy this from the video description. All links are there. Okay, now what we can do, we can add a para here. Let's add the text editor. Okay, so here we have to make this first center. So first click on the first, then make this column center and center. Okay, and here we have to make this complete white. Okay, and here we can have this. Also, if you want, we can go to the custom, and here we can have this like this. Okay, and here we can make this in the center. Now we have to add the social icon. So for adding the social icon, we can have this. Okay, and here you can see that we have this type of designs. If you want to add more, you can just duplicate this and go to this, and here in the icon section you can go and choose. Suppose I want to add the Instagram social icon, I can add this here, and here you will find the links and all of this. Now we can go to this shape option. We can have this circular also. Okay, and columns would be auto, and here we have to choose the custom color, and for the primary color let's choose the theme blue, and here let's choose the white. So now we have to choose the lighter version of the theme blue like this. Okay, and when we hover on this, we can make this white, and we can make this theme blue like this. Okay, so it will look good. Now go to the icons, and here we have to make some sizing. So we can keep the sizing of 15 or 18 according to you. Also, if you want to put some spacing between this, you can just use this 20, how much spacing you want. Okay, so in this way we can add the social icon also. Okay, so this is done. Now let's publish. Here when you publish, you have to choose the add condition entire site and save and close. Then after that, let's refresh our front end, and after refreshing you can see that our footer is live or not. So let's wait for it to refresh, and you can see that our footer is live below. Okay, now let's make other sections. So now we have to make these links and this newsletter form. So for that, what we can do, we have to just add another container here. You can also add the container from here by clicking on the first, then add a new container. Okay, and here we can make this second. Here we can go to the advanced and remove all of these paddings. Now you can see that here we have 1 2 3 4, so we have to make this 4. So how we can do this? We can add this here, and we can also remove these paddings, and here we can add the inners. Always names your containers. So let's duplicate this 4 times, 3, and we have to add one more. Now we can go to the second, and we can click on the layout, and here we can have this space between, and like this. Okay, now we can add this, and here we can write about us, and here we can make this pure white, and here we can have this 15. Okay, so here we can, let's make this 16. Okay, now we can go to this, and here we can okay, and here if I go, here you can see that we have the content, and here we can increase the weight of this. Let's increase this font little bit. Here we can make this 20, or let's make this 18. Okay, we can also have this 17. Now we can add this text here, so you can also duplicate this, like you can click on this and paste, and here if I go, we can make this full width, and from here you have to make this in the center, and here we can remove this. Here we can decrease some font size if you want, so you can adjust this font according to your website designs. So now you can see that we have to make this links. So for making this, we have to add a list, icon list. You can drag and drop this icon list here. Now you can see that we have to, let's first add this dummy address. So you have to add your original address. This is, I am adding the dummy address. Here you can search for let's search for a map. So we have so many icons here, so let's choose this map pin. Okay, so you can choose any icons according to your. Now we have to add this phone number, and at last we can add our email. Okay, and here we can add the phone. Okay, and also we can add our email here. So for adding the email, what we can do, we can add the email, and here we have to choose the mail, or you can also upload any custom icon if you want. Okay, here we have that option also, upload SVG. Okay, now let's go to the styles. Here we have to give some spacing. Let's give the spacing of 10. An icon would be white, and size would be 20. Okay, and text here we can have this white, and here we can have the 14 pixel. Okay, like this. So this is done, and if you want, this is done. Now what we have to do, we have to just remove the other inners. Let's remove this. Let's remove this also. Now we can duplicate the inner which we have just made 4 times. Okay, like this. And now you can see that we have this, so we have to just change the names and all. and let me show you useful links. And here you can see that we only have this content, means the menu. So here you can convert this in the menu also. You have to just remove this icon, and here you can search like that home. Okay, let's remove this, and here we can duplicate this. Okay, like this, and here you have to just add your main links. Okay, in this way, and here you also just give the links. Now we can remove this. Also we can remove this. Here we can have this, and we can paste it below. Okay, now you can see that when I hover, we don't have any hover effect. If you want to add, you can just go to the styles of this, go to text, and here we have this option. Just choose any random any color if you want. So you can see that it is working. Also you can copy this, copy and paste styles, so it will paste the style automatically here on the second. Okay, so in this way just replace all of this. Now let's make the subscriber form here. So here we can go, and here we can write subscriber. Okay, not subscribe, just subscribe. And here you can see that we can have this. And here we can have this. Okay, and here you have to make the form. So we can search for the form. Okay, and in the form just keep the email, and we can have this your email and subscribe. So we can have this your email and your email, and this the label I don't want. So in the email you can see that we have this. So let's keep this 80%. And if I go to the buttons, here we can write subscribe, and here we can keep this 20% like this. Okay, now you have to go to the styles, and here in the field option we can remove the border width, make it 0, and for the border radius we can have this 100. Okay, 100. And for the button we can have this background color to theme red, and border radius would be 100 again. Okay, like this our form is also ready. Now we have to put some space between this all the section, like the first, second, and this section. So we can click on this footer, go to this, and here we can make this everything in the center, and here we can add 50. So it will have some space between the two main containers. Like we can have this 70. Okay, 70 is looking good. Here you have to just replace all of this content. You can also make this bigger, like if you want you can just make it like this. You can also make it like this. Okay, and here you can also put some space, like we have the first, we have the second, so we don't put any space. So for space we can put here like 50, that's 40. Okay, so in this way you can adjust your designs. Let's publish, and let's go to the front end and see our footer is updated or not. So you can see that our footer is live till here. Now let's make the final part of the footer, where we have to make this copyright section. For the copyright section we have to duplicate this again, and here we can make this third. Okay, so let's don't duplicate this, it will create let's add a new container below that, and let's name this third. Okay, we can remove all of these paddings. Okay, so for the third, what we have to do, so for the third we can have a divider here if you want, or if you don't want to add the divider, I will show you that. Go to styles by clicking on the third container, go to borders, and here you can make this solid. Okay, now just add 1 pixel, and here just make it white grayish color. Now if you want you can preview this here. So you can see that it's not visible, but it's visible very low. So now let's change the color. Okay, now if you go, you can see that this is visible now. Okay, so in this way you can add the copyright. So not the copyright, the divider button. So now we have to add the copyright. Just copy this icon list, go to this and paste it here. Okay, just keep it one and go to this, and here you can choose the copyright icon. Here we have the copyright icon. Okay, and here we can put the copyright text, like I have this here. Okay, so you can put your copyright text this, and here if I go here, we can make this everything in the center. Okay, and here we can put some padding like 60, 40. Okay, here we can put some padding of 30. Here we can put some padding of 30 again. Now if I see, you can see that we have the copyright also. Okay, so in this way you can make your links and make your footer. So this footer part is also done. Also, now let's move to the final part of the video where we're gonna build the header. So for making the header, what we have to do, let's we go to this and see. So here we don't have the simple header, we have a 3 rows header. So this is very big header. Okay, so for making this, let me show you how we can build this now. Okay, so now let's make the header. So for making the header, let me show you what type of header we have. Here we have the 3 row header. So for making this, we have to go to the templates, go to the theme builder, and again open this. Now let's wait for it to open, and after that here you can see we have the header option. Click on that, and here you can see that no template found. Let's add the new one. Okay, so let's wait for it to open. So in the header we have to make one main box. Okay, so there will be one main container which contain all these rows. Then we can add the rows in all. Okay, so we can close this. So let's add a new container here, and we can name this header main, or we can keep header only. Here we can have 1300 pixels max width. We can remove all of the padding. We don't want any unnecessary padding. Okay, now you can see that we have to add this first row. Okay, so for adding this, what we can do, we can add a new container here like this, and here we can now name this first again, like we have done in the footer. Okay, so making the footer and header is almost similar, just here you have to follow the same structure. Now you can see that here in the first row we have to first add an icon list. So let's drag and drop this icon list here. Okay, and here we can make this in a row. Now in the first one we have to add this. We can remove this from here, and for the second one we can add this contact. We can have this email ID. Let's put this email ID here, and also you have to put this email ID here by writing mail to, like this. So whenever someone click on this mail ID in your website, it will be redirected to that mail. Okay, so we have to put the direct URL, and here we have to put some spacing. Let's put the spacing of 30 pixels. Okay, now we have to add the social icon. So for adding the social icon, what we can do, we can just search it here for social icon, and now we can drag and drop this. So here you can see that this is not in the one row. For that we can use the flex box, make this space between and center. Okay, now here we can add and make this circle. Okay, and here you can also add some more like we have done in the footer. If you want more social icon, like here you can add Instagram like this. Now go to styles, and here we have to choose the custom color. Okay, now here we can set the colors. So we can have the colors like this. Okay, and this, and this would be 10, 20 or 15. Okay, 15. Now we have to put some padding in it. So let's put a little bit padding, like we can have the padding at the top and bottom, so we can keep 5, and in the bottom also we can keep 5. And here the text we can have padding of 14. I like this. Now we can have this first, and we can have a little bit border between this. So here we can have the solid here, and here we can have this one. Okay, and here we can have this. Here we can have this. So let's make this more lighter. It's very visible, so for yes we can use the transparency here. Let's use this and let's preview this. Okay, let's preview this here again. Okay, here we can put some more, like 7. Okay, so now we have to add the, if I see here, we have made this. Okay, now we have to add the second one. So for that we have to minimize this, and we can click on this and add a new container, and here we can write a second. Here we can again make remove all of this. Okay, now what we can do, we have to add 2 container here now. So first container is for the logo. We can also name this logo. Go to advanced, and here we can remove this, and now we can duplicate this. Here we can have the links. Now we can have this, and we can make this space between center. So here we can have this 20, and here we can have this 80. Okay, now we can just drag and drop an image here, and let's choose the logo. Like this, and here you can see that we have to put some icon box here, icon box, and we can make this here like this left. Now you can see that we have added a map icon here, so we can search for the map like this. We can have this tag, we have the frame. Okay, and now we can copy this address. Okay, we can copy this address, and now we can make this in the center. Now we can have this here, and here we can make this like this, and here for the content we can have this, and here we can also change its color like this. We can use this color, and if we go to the okay like this, and now you can see that we have this. So for making this we can just go to the content. Here on hover also we can make this theme blue. Let's see, like this. Now we can duplicate this. Okay, now you can see that we have 4 car rental. So we can go here and here, and here we can search for the, here we can add a different number. Okay, and here we can search for phone icon, and here if I go, we can make this everything in the center, and we have this icon spacing 0. Okay, so for the content, for the title we can have this red, we can have this 14. Okay, and for the description we can make this white. Okay, now you can see that we have one more one, so we can just duplicate this again, and here we have the mail option. Okay, and here we can write email us. Right fix at the rate gmail.com, and here you have the links. Okay, we have this now. We can also publish this. Let's publish this on the entire site. Okay, so we have done this also. Now we can go here and let's refresh. After refreshing, you can see that we have this, but there is some issue. We have not done any spacing here, so let's go to the second, and we can put some spacing like 10 to the top and 10 to the bottom. Okay, like this, and also we can publish this. Okay, this is done. Now we have to make this one. So for making this, first what we have to do, we have to add this menus and buttons. So first we have to go to the panels, and here we have to go to the menus and open this menu. And here we have to add a final menu and click on this header and make create menu. Now we can start adding navigations here, like add this menu, about, services, shop, and also I will show you how you can link this all. Okay, so here we can add about, services, shop, belongs, contact, shop. Here we can write blogs. Here we can have the contact. Okay, so you can see that we have put some custom CSS ID here, like the hash about, hash services. So this will use for making the section redirect to that particular section by using the CSS ID. So your header is now, let's make the third row. Third row is the final row which will contain all the menus, and here we can name this like third. Okay, third row, and okay, so we have duplicated. We don't have to duplicate, we have to add a new container. Now we can duplicate this. So here you can see that we have to put some grayish color also, so we can put this to third, and here we can put some light beige color. Okay, and here we can add the WordPress menu. So, and here we can choose the text, and text would be none, full width, and that would be center. Okay, and here you can see that we have to make this okay, so we have to make this uppercase, and here we can have to make this, and here we can have this 500. Okay, and here we can have this okay, and here we can have this menu button. So for making the button we have to just drag and drop this here, go to third, and here we have to make this in a row. So let's make this space between and center. Also, if you want the same button and if you don't want to make again and again, you can just copy this from home page. Okay, so this is the power of the Elementor, that you can copy any sections from anywhere. Even if you have two different website at different domain and hosting, you can copy your content from the different websites like this. So okay, so this how fast you can build website by this. So this is the okay, so we have added this some paddings here, all these things. Now we can go to this hover, and here we can add the theme red. Go to active, and when the link is active, it will make these colors. Okay, so let's publish, and after publishing, let's see that let's refresh this and see if our header is looking good or not. So now you can see that the header is looking good, and there is one more issue, that this is not coming full width. Right now we have this half width. So there is one solution for this, that we can create a fresh one here. Like we can copy this, and here we can paste this. Okay, and we can go to third, and we can remove this. Okay, and by this we can make this full width, and if I preview this, we have this full width now. And also we have to put some padding to the left and right. So let's put the padding of 80, and here also 80. Now let's see. Okay, and now you have to adjust this, like we can put the 90, and here also we can put the 90. Okay, 90 is looking good. Now let's publish. Now we can go to the right fix, and here we can duplicate this. Okay, so you can see that we have successfully built our header also. Okay, so our whole website is completed. Only the some things are left, like the animations and the mobile responsiveness. Okay, so now let's move to that section where I'm gonna put you show you that how you can do this. So let's move to the final part of the video, where we're gonna add the animations, and I will show you how you can do the responsiveness in your website. Okay, so let me first show you how to add the animations in our websites, and these are the sequence animation which we are gonna add in this website. So let me show you the demonstration first. What are the animations we're gonna add? So here if I refresh, you can see that the first this text will come, then this button, then this card. Okay, so let me refresh this again and show you which type of animation I'm talking about, like this. Okay, so I will show you only the process in this section, because all these processes are same for all the sections. Okay, so let me open this with Elementor here, and after that I will show you that how to do the responsiveness also. I will show you how to link these menus to the respective sections. Okay, so let's wait for it to open. Okay, so now for adding the animations, what we have to do, suppose you want to add the animation in this, you can add the animation in any section, like any containers or anything. So suppose I want to add the animation in this heading. So let's first, you have to click on that heading, then you have to go to the motion effect. Then after that, you can see that here we have so many entrance animations, so you can choose it from there. Suppose I want to choose the animation of zoom in, so you have to just click on this, and you can search it for zoom in animation. Here are so much animation. Zoom in animation will come, and what is the animation delay is here. So we can add the animation delay here, 200 milliseconds. then let's click on this text, and here also we have to go to the advanced, then go to the motion effect, and here also we have to choose the animation. Suppose I want the slide in up animation, and this will come after the 400 milliseconds. So increase the delay time here. So like we have added here 200, then we have added here 400, then we can click on this button, and here we can add the entrance animation again, slide in up, and this will come after 600 milliseconds. Okay, now we can click on this car, means that image, and here we can go to the motion effect again, and here we can again add the animations. Like here we want the zoom in animation, and this will come after 800 milliseconds. Okay, so in this way you have to just put the animation and put the animation delay here, so it will become the sequence animation. Like here you can see that when I refresh, then this will come, then this will come. Okay, let me refresh this again. This will come, this and this. Okay, in this way you can add the animation in whole website. Now let me show you how you can do the mobile responsiveness. Here you can find the tablet, and here you will find the mobile. Okay, so for doing the responsiveness, both the tablet and the mobile is same. Okay, so let's make the header first responsive. So we have to click on this header, so it will open the header here, and let's and here you can see that we have to go to the header, and here you can see that we don't want to show these two. If you want to show, you can show, but I prefer to show only main things in the header. So we have hide this whole header, and now we have to add play with this. Okay, this we have to show. So here let's add the this image also. Okay, let's me drag and drop this above the WordPress menu, and here you can see that we have third, and we can make this here, let's make it 0. Okay, and here we can go to this, make it custom. Here we can increase the size. Okay, so if I go here, you can see that here we have this much padding, that's why it is not going. So if I go to this, and let's increase the padding of 10, so you can see that this is coming like this. Here we can also go to the style, go to the toggle button, and here also we can have this theme red, and this would be white. And for this text we can make this 13, and here we can also make this 15. Okay, like this. And when you click on this, you can see that we have this. So we can also go to this drop down. Here you will find the hover value. So suppose I want the theme red, and this text would be white, and here also we want the theme red when it's active, and this would be white. You can see we have this. Also, if you want, you can decrease the size of this like this. So when you click on this, it will see the text is decreased. Okay, so menu is done. So here there is one issue. We only want to show this image in mobile. So we have to click on this image, the logo. You have to go to the responsiveness, and here we have to only show this in the mobile. So we have to hide this from these things. Done. Let's publish. Now let's see it is working or not. Now let's refresh this here. After refreshing, you can see that those menus are not working here. Okay, so if I go here, Okay, so we have done the mistake that we have hide this menu. We have to hide this on mobile, not on this. So let's add this on this also. Okay, let's publish. Now if I refresh, we have this menu here, and if I go to the mobile part, you can see that we have this menu here for the mobile. Okay, so we have successfully made the header, and now let's me go to the page, and here we gonna do the responsive for this page, and the responsive for the mobile is almost same for the tablet, so you can do that by yourself. So now we have to do this. So first we have to click on this and this. Here we can add some padding. Let's add the padding of 40. Okay. So you can see that almost every part is responsive, just we have to play with the sizes and all. So this is not loading here. I think there is some network issue. So let me go here, and here we have this heading. So let's do one thing, let's make the responsive to the other part, and we will get back to the top. So here you can see that we have 80 pixels. So what we can do, we can just add here 20 to the left, 20 to the left, right again, and here we can keep the 80. Okay, if I go inside we have this container, and you can go to the advanced, and here we can make this 30. Okay, like this, and here also we can increase this to 30. So this will increase. If you want to make this text size small, you can click on this, and you can also make it small, like here you can make it 30. Okay, so you can just play with all the sizes, how you can do in desktop. That is the same style. Okay, so this is almost responsive. Now we are on this. Now again we have to go and make it 20, 80 and 20, and for this also we can make this 30. Okay, and for this also we have to make this 30. Okay, so in this way you have to go and make the responsiveness. Here let's make this 30, and if you want to place this image, you can just go to the advanced, and from here let's make this 50. Let's make this like this. Also you can play with its position by using the absolute value here, like this. So you can do this responsive. This is almost responsive. Okay, now for doing this, we can click on this again container. Here you can see that we have 80 to the top, then 20, 80 and 20. Okay, and here this button is there, so we can make it like this. Here you can increase its width if you want, like by clicking on this 30. Okay, so in this way you can make this. Here also, if I go, I can make this 10, and this is also like this. Okay, so this is almost done. For this, what you can do, you can again go to this, go to advanced, and here just add the 20 pixel from the left and right, like this, and then again you can just copy this, and here we can make this 30. You can make this to 20, and here you can see that there is no space. So for putting the space, you can go to its parent container. Here we can add the 40 or 30. We can click on this and you can add the 30 here again. Okay, so in this you can see that this is almost responsive. Now we can go to this again, and here we can make this to 20 and 20. Then again we can click on this and we can make this 30. Also, if you want to have in center, you can just put it there center. Then again go to this and here you can make this 30 or 20, whatever you want. Yeah, so in this way you can see that this is also responsive, this is also responsive. Go into, you can just go here and make it center. Here again you have to add 20, 80 and 20, and for this also you can make this 30. Okay, so again you can make this to 30. For this you can make this in the center, and if you want you can put some value like this. So you have to do this with all, and here also for making this you have to just go here, and here also we can make 20 and 20. Okay, so now we can make this to 30, increase this values. Now let's publish. Okay, so this is responsive. Now let's make the footer responsive. So for making the footer, right now you can see that footer is almost responsive. Now just we have to adjust its left and right paddings and all. And you also can see that this is center line and this is left line, so it is not looking good. So let's make everything in the center line. No, means everything in the left line. So let's go to the first box. Okay, this is the first box, and here if I see, you can make this like this. Here we can make 80, 20, 30 and 20, and this would be custom full width style, and this would be like this. Okay, so this is done. So you can see that how quickly we have make the responsiveness. So in this way you can make the responsiveness for the tablet also. That is your task. And here you can see that we have the first section which is left. So let's go there. For this what we have to do here, you can see that we have this text here. So let's click on this text. Here we can have this smaller one. So let's make this 40, and here also we can make this full width. So we can click on this. Sometime Elementor really hangs, so we can, so let's click on this and we can make this full width here. Okay, so this is I think not responding again, so you can just make it responsive also. Okay, just make this full width here, and else everything is responsive. So let me get back to this again, and this is little bit stuck now, so we are moving forward. So if I show you that once again, that almost our whole website is very responsive like this, you can see that. Okay, so in this way we can build awesome website by using the WordPress and the Elementor very quickly. So one more thing is left, that I want to show you that how to link these sections. Like we can link this about service. We have the CSS IDs here also. So okay, so now let me show you how you can link these menus. So right now we are clicking, but it's not working. So suppose I want to link this about menu, so we can choose any sections. For like we have this about menu section, so we can click on this, and here we can go to the menu. Here we can have this about, so you can just put the about here like this. Then suppose we have this services, so we want to make this services section like this. Here we can click on this and go to advanced, and here we have the CSS ID. Let's put it here services. Okay, so now it will come to that services part. Now we have the blocks and contacts. Suppose we are blocks and contacts. Okay, so you have to just put it the CSS ID in all the sections where you want to link that. Okay, now if I go to this and let's refresh it here. Now if I click on this about, it will take me to the about, and similarly if I click on the services, it will take me to the services. Okay, so in this way you can use the CSS ID to link to any part of the section. I hope you understand how to make this awesome website by using the Elementor in the WordPress. If you have any doubt, you can comment down in the below. Also, I will give you all these images in the video description for free. Also, you can buy this kit from the video description at very affordable rates. We are selling this pre-made Elementor website kit at very affordable rates. You can check out all the kits from the video description. We are also building our own website where from where you can buy our all kits at one place. Okay, so very soon we're gonna launch that website also. So I hope you understand how to make this type of websites. If you are new to our channel, please like and share our videos with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and I'm gonna see you next time.